Okay, team, welcome back to the Anchor of the Week, where we have hard conversations, hear people's stories, and challenge perspectives.
Yes.
My name is Zach.
And I'm Courtney.
And we are here at the streets, or on the streets today. We have a special episode. We're going to be walking around, grabbing people's attention, and asking them, hopefully, some challenging questions.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear Love Streets episodes. You never know what you're going to expect.
Yes, you do not. Yeah, last time we did this, we had about 80% of rejection and 20% of people saying, yeah, we can answer your question. So
it's always a humbling experience for Zach and I.
And it's around 9:30 in the morning, so
You never know what we're going to get. We're also
yeah.
continuing our series on the search for spirituality. So everything
Yep.
about that today. We'll see what the
Yes.
people have to say.
yeah, let's check it out. Quick fire question. Do you believe we live in a spiritual world?
No.
Why not?
What evidence is there?
Okay, so is it, do you think that we, like, what you see is just what you get and everything just magically appeared one day?
Yeah, I'm a science gal. I really don't believe in any of that. Like.
Right. Oh, that is so interesting. So are you a scientist? Is that what you are?
No, I work in a cinema, but.
Okay, never mind.
I
Sorry.
really believe, like, there's no spiritual stuff. Like, it is what it is. What you dig up is what you get.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate that. Quick fire question. Do you believe we live in a spiritual world?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on a higher power, or what you see is what you get?
I believe in a higher power. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So would you say what do you believe in then? First of all.
I'm a Hindu, so I believe in God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you believe that we live in a supernatural world? Do you think that there's like spirits and the idea of rather than not just materialistic, what you see is what you get, there's actually something else that's going on around us?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. A little bit.
Okay. Did you grow up Hindu?
Yes, I did.
Okay, right, okay. And have you, actually, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you, mate. You guys, quick fire question. Really quick.
I'm a tourist.
Oh, no problem. Do you believe we live in a spiritual world?
We live in a spiritual world. Yes, material and spiritual, you know. Okay.
Where do you get that view from? Do you seem a little bit hesitant? Have you looked into it at all yourself, or?
No, not really. You know, from things that happen and we cannot explain, you know, scientifically, you know.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, have a nice day. Quick fire question. Do you believe we live in a spiritual world?
I'm not too sure, mate.
It's literally just asking you what your opinion is.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say probably. So that means, have you looked into it at all?
No.
Okay. Does it interest you or not? Not really.
No, not really.
Right. So what do you think happens at the end of, let's say, life? Big dramatic question there for you.
That's it.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Wow. And do you feel content? Do you feel cool with that? Does that make you?
Everyone's got to go. That's it. So yeah, that's it. Right. No one's hanging around. We're all here, the same.
Yeah. And okay, so here's another question for you. I hope you don't mind. What's your goal in life?
Just to be happy and healthy as long as you can. That's it.
Simple as that. Simple, mate. I need to learn a few things from you. Nice simplicity. There you go. Take it easy, mate. Nice one. Yeah, of course you can. Come on.
For 20 years, TV journalist, so I know how it is when you want to talk.
I know.
And bloody people just pass by.
What a shame, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then they say, "Oh, you journalists never come to us. You know, we are ignored. You know." And when you want to ask them, they just pass by. It's not fair.
It's a shame.
That's it. Democracy is about all of us having a view, isn't it?
Well said.
There you go.
Okay, here's my question for you.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was it.
No way. Okay, here's my question for you. What's your name, sorry?
Melissa.
Melissa.
Very
Melissa.
Serbian name.
Wow. Lovely to meet you.
Melissa.
Okay. All right. I feel like I got to stamp my foot when I say that. Okay. So, do you believe in a spiritual world?
I do, but in much broader sense than religion.
Okay, talk to me. Explain yourself.
So I'm an agnostic. Okay. You know what's agnostic? So someone who has doubts whether there is something up there. But for me, spirituality can be expressed in many ways, like through loving people, understanding people, to loving nature, you know, picking up flowers, enjoying the smell of flowers. It doesn't just go through religion, like there is up there someone who is watching us and we have to worship that person or those people up there. So yes, I do believe in spirituality, but not as a religious way of expressing ourselves, much broader.
Okay. So then, what would you say? I mean, I know you explained what spirituality is, but what is it then exactly? How would you explain it to someone other than just kind of doing nice things and stuff like that? Would you say it's something that is?
I would say, we are all humans. We have to listen to each other, to hear each other, to try to explain ourselves to each other. It's not easy. We very often get it wrong. But if we listen to and memorize and digest, deliberate, then something good might come, because we are the only creatures on this planet who can do something good for this planet. So this is my way of talking about and understanding spirituality. Let's go for a long walk and be silent. Do nothing, just walk together. The thoughts will come, and we will then maybe come with some good ideas.
Because often people will search in the spirituality realm, let's call it, often when there's something in their life that they're missing or they're lacking. So do you think that kind of what I'm understanding from what you're explaining is it's something that you kind of, it's almost like doing things for other people and...
I'm selfish. I want to do for others because they expect they would then understand me better, so there would be better communication. It's something which we, practice on daily basis. Like, someone just passed by, didn't want to talk to you. Well, I thought, let me talk to you. I've been in that situation, so he will understand next time when he's, professional celebrity journalist, that he would actually say, oh, I'll stop and talk to these young people because they're struggling to get, vox pops.
Right. Okay, so
good things, and that they will, come to you.
So it's almost like a communication thing between people then. Is that how you...
It's primarily communication between people, understanding between people, and believing that only together we can do something which would be useful for all of us.
That's a great answer. Thank you so much, Melissa. Okay, team. So that was our first question for you guys. Yeah, very mixed answers. I feel like
And I love that.
Yeah, there wasn't like a consistent theme. I feel like
Yeah.
for them all. I know the first lady was talking about just a straight up no. That it is what you see. What you see is what you get. And then we did have some people who did believe in the whole spiritual realm and stuff like that.
There's people that weren't sure.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And yeah, there was that one guy who was like, yeah, this is just it, and nothing happens afterwards, and this is just just
we're all
live your
gonna
life,
go
be happy,
at some point.
and just crack on. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's tough for me to get my head around. But
Yeah.
I also love how simple
It was
it is.
very simple,
honestly,
yeah. But too, I mean, obviously,
yeah.
like, we didn't have a chance to hear everyone's life story and things like that. But I would love to know as well of just even the context that you grow up in. How does that shape the way that you view, spirituality just in general? Because, everyone just had a very different perspective on it. I think I'm okay, what's the deciding factors? But
Yeah. And the lady at the very end with
Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa. You gotta stamp your foot when you say that.
If you think
Anyway,
so.
but she was talking about how in finding out about others or in doing things for other people, you connect with people spiritually and
A
stuff
lot,
like that,
and
which is
that's
really interesting.
Yeah, a lot of interconnectedness is something that we found.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so
But,
it was
yeah.
good. Yeah.
All right, it's a good platform to start for
Good
the next
start, yeah,
few
good
questions.
start.
Good start. It's your phone. What was number 2? Hey, gents, question for you. What do you think of when you hear of the word spirituality?
Spirituality, I don't know. I have no... What do you think? Was glaubst du? Spiritualität? What am I supposed to think? I don't know. It's a bit esoteric, maybe. It's my first... yeah.
Amazing. And how did you develop that view?
I have no idea. Being born and raised in Germany, I don't know. Spirituality. I mean, something being in sync with yourself, open-minded.
So more of a come from within sort of a thing.
Yeah, something you have to develop and build up from within, I would say. Yeah, it's not something you can externally stimulate. You know, there are these trends like yoga and self-awareness and all these things. I guess this is all maybe one branch of spirituality. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Question. What do you think of? Would you like to answer a question? Really easy. Your opinion. What do you think of when you hear the word spirituality?
You're like connected to something.
So like internal connection.
Inside, yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, you know.
Do you think it has to be like to a higher power, or you also said someone? Do you think that we could have like a spiritual connection between humans?
Spiritual. Sure, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So if you could define then like what like that connection is, how would you define that?
I'm not saying like it's a soulmate. It's just that you feel something internally that you can relate to on kind of good level, if you know what I mean.
Something that goes deeper than just the surface, kind of, or something that can be explained even.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. That's perfect. Have a great day. Good morning. What do you think of when you hear the word spirituality?
Me.
You. Elaborate, please.
Me. I am the epitome of spirituality.
Yeah. Okay, so what is that like? I mean, how could I understand that on a?
You have to be me. Thank you.
So it's a selfish thing. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So the question is, what do you think of when you hear the word spirituality?
The ether, the unknown, things that we can't quite comprehend.
Do you think that we ever could comprehend it?
Not fully. To some extent, but not fully.
Cool. Hi, ladies. Quick question. What do you think of when you hear the word spirituality?
What do you think of?
What was the question, sorry?
What do you think of when you hear the word spirituality?
When you're one with yourself and you respect and accept others, I guess, and you treat them the same way you want to be treated.
So it's more of like a personal thing as opposed to an external thing.
Yes, I guess, yes.
Once you're at peace with yourself, you can be at peace with others, I guess.
Okay.
So it starts from us.
It starts from us. Okay.
Yes,
You
yes.
start loving yourself, you start loving others. And that's when you're one within yourself.
I hope people will do that more.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. All right, so that was question number 2. What do you think of when you hear the word spirituality? And again, a little mixed bag of answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest point that stuck out to me was when the lady was talking about Turkey, Syria and Turkey.
There we go.
And she was talking about how, like, generally in her life, she's not really spiritual, but when it comes to, like, I guess the
Big
tough
events.
yeah,
or
big
tough
events,
times.
tough times, yeah. Then, like, she'll then start to pray for people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that is something I've just found so consistent in so many different conversations throughout, I guess, life. Yeah, honestly, yeah, where people are, they'll go to God, or they'll go to prayer, or whatever.
Or
it is.
look for that higher thing.
Yeah.
Or that's something more.
When something bad is happening.
Right.
I feel like it really shows. I don't know. I don't know the exact words or to describe this, but I just feel like deep down they actually do believe in something, but it's just, when it doesn't involve any, I don't know, when it's comfortable to not have to do anything about it, they'll just keep going.
Or when something really big happens, I think you realize, there's no way that this can be all that there is.
Yeah.
Like there has to be something
But
more.
even past that point then, when things get better, they'll just go back to the way it was before,
That's
know?
true.
And so it's so interesting. I feel like, it just shows people do actually believe in something, but it's that the fact that they don't want to commit to something outside of those tough times, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I loved it. I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know. It just shows like where people's hearts are a little bit, I think.
No, absolutely. And we had like the first guy who's unfortunately footage that we lost, which is why you got whatever you're going to get in the editing of this.
We'll figure it out, yeah.
But he's saying that it's kind of like an esoteric thing, like just for like the few philosophical people that like want to like kind of debate it, almost like an intangible thing as well, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
Like you can figure it out if you want to, but like, almost like you have to be that kind of person.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, next question. Let's move on. So, would you sacrifice truth for something that makes you feel good or that makes you feel satisfied inside?
No, I think no, because true is more important than everything, I think.
So the big question then, if truth went against a lot of what you, I don't know, what felt good or the things that made you feel satisfied or the way you were living with life, would you still sacrifice that? It's a hard decision, right?
Yes, very hard decision. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
But for you, you would say truth is what's important.
True. Sorry.
Truth. That's what's important for you, rather than what makes you feel good, almost.
I didn't understand.
Well, okay. You answered it earlier, so that was great. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Nice one, mate.
Bye.
Can I ask you a quick fire question?
Sorry, I don't speak English.
Oh, your English is great.
No.
Okay, no problem. Quick question.
Who are you?
We're a podcast team. Yeah,
okay.
and we're doing really quick fire questions. Okay. Let's give it a go. Okay. So, would you sacrifice your own, what was the word we used?
Yes.
Your own fulfillment for truth?
Yes, for truth. Sorry.
Yeah, for truth is in like for the truth, like the big mystery of life. Let's call it. Like if you figured that out, it meant you had to sacrifice your own fulfillment. Would you sacrifice it?
No, but my personal things and my safe quiet place, I don't sacrifice this because I like it and I like my personality and my family and my choice. I don't sacrifice with another thing.
Okay, so you don't. So do you believe that you've got your own? I don't know if truth is the right word, or your own formula, and then I have something different for myself. Is that what you believe?
From Italy, and I like my things. Can you repeat your
question? Yeah, the question was more. So would you, if you have your own ways of doing things, do you believe that your truth is different to my truth?
Yes, I think that there are more different true, and it's very typically because I'm from Italy and you are in another country, you arrive from another country, and there are more different mindset, and it's very important. Specific is multiculturality, and is very important. In a big city as this.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you, guys. Quick fire question, if that's all right. So the question is, what is more important to you, finding truth or finding your own fulfillment?
Probably fulfillment. Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Well, you've got to be happy in what you do, and that's the thing. Like, if you're not happy in what you do through life, you're never going to be. You're not facing your own truth, really.
So would you not say that if there was one truth, that we should all be able to relate to it?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
So then the idea that true fulfillment is actually in finding truth.
Could be, yeah.
Do you think about stuff like this much, or?
No, not really.
Well, I love it, obviously, as you can tell. So okay, kind of branching on a little bit, if you don't mind. So what's your big goal in life then? What would you say you're really after?
I don't know, to be honest. Okay. Yeah. Just to be happy, really. Yeah.
And do you believe there is kind of like a higher power and the idea of a God?
Haven't really thought about it. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those who do look into these things?
Each to their own. It's, again, it's, what makes you happy and that sort of thing, yeah. What you believe, yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Thank you. Hi, guys. Very quick question. What was the question? Wow. Okay, what is more important to you? Finding truth or finding your own fulfillment?
Maybe. Just repeat the question.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's more important to you? Finding truth or finding your own fulfillment?
I think finding truth. Okay. Yeah.
So would you sacrifice your own fulfillment for truth?
probably, yeah. So yeah.
And do you believe in a truth, and do you believe that there is kind of something for all of us out there?
About God. Yeah, I'm believing that. I'm not a person who practice, but yeah, I'm believing that. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Quick fire question. Oh, wow. Do you speak English?
Yes, I do.
Oh. Wow, I knew it. I could see it in your face. Okay. Quick question. Won't be for too long. What's more important to you? Finding truth or finding your own fulfillment?
Finding my own fulfillment.
Okay, and why?
Because I think like the most important thing is finding like who you are and what your full capabilities are and what your full potential is.
And so do you think then truth, or like let's say
Truth of what?
like let's say life, like the idea that so I would describe truth as something that is, it's almost like the answer to kind of everyone's got that empty space in their life, or that something that they're lacking in, and I feel like when you find truth it almost fills that void. And so that's how I would describe truth. Do you think that is actually a thing, or am I just chatting rubbish?
I think that's a bit of rubbish.
Yeah, hey, this is what I'm here for, which is great. So why do you think it's rubbish? Do you not believe? So I guess you don't believe in a God or anything like that as well, or?
No, I do. I'm Catholic, but I don't know. I don't think that there's like a truth that people are trying to find, because if you're always trying to find this truth, you'll never be happy. And I feel like if you just achieve your full potential and like who you are, like as an authentic person, you'll be much happier.
Do you think you can be authentic and still have an ultimate truth for everyone? Because in my perspective, this is great. I love this. But like in my perspective, I would say like if I was to find a truth, I believe that that's for everyone. It's not just personal for me. So if it's for everyone, then it would be something that everyone will be happy with. Almost, it's like it will fulfill everyone in that way. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't think that there's a truth that involves everyone. I think everyone, if there is a truth, it's going to be individual for each person, but I just don't agree with, I mean, obviously I know some people are like, yeah, we need to find the truth, but then if you keep searching for that truth, you're never going to find it. It's not really something you search, it's something that comes to you, and that's what I mean when you achieve your potential, is when you realize that you don't need to find truth and just enjoy life. Like.
And where do you think you are at the moment with all of that?
I think I'm getting there, but I can definitely feel that I'm on the right path. Like I'm not expecting anything from life. I'm just going along with it, and then it's what you don't search for things come to you. That's my mentality.
That's really interesting. And do you think, last question, do you think, let's say if I was looking in the right place, or the wrong place, sorry, do you think that can also happen? Because obviously you're asking like, okay, yeah, find what works for you and what you're capable of and stuff like that. But obviously there's stories of where people will look in the wrong places and actually it leads down to kind of up and down paths. What are your thoughts on, like, or maybe advice on things like that?
Well, if you're looking for something, you're not going to find it.
So it needs to come to you.
Yeah, it needs to come to you. It's always going to be wrong if you're looking for something, because you'll never know where to look. And then if you're not expecting anything, like, it's not to not expect anything. Like, obviously you have to manifest good things to come to you and like have a good mentality. Like, yeah, I'm going to have things happen to me. I'm a good person. I do good things. Good things are coming my way. But if you're looking to be a good person, looking to get into stuff, you're never going to find it. So you've got to create the truth you want to have yourself.
Very interesting. I love it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. That was interesting, I guess. Yeah. I feel like I don't know if that was actually what I was expecting. I'm not sure exactly what I was expecting, but I think I did a little bit more of the idea of like, oh no, I'm looking for truth, but I feel like we didn't actually get that. People were a lot more interested in what was for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it is interesting though, because I mean, I would say from my personal like experience and worldview and things that like in finding ultimate truth is the only way that I could find fulfillment.
Yeah.
But nobody saw it that way, which
no,
was like, oh, that's
didn't.
so
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Or the one guy, he was like, actually, yeah, I see that. And then didn't have to.
But I love that he like literally said, "Oh, I like never think about these things."
Yeah.
Which is exactly why we're having these conversations, folks.
Yeah. Spark something in him.
Exactly.
Come
you
on.
never know. Maybe he and his friends will start talking about this, and But really interesting. We had the one lady though that was like, yeah, definitely like, we'll sacrifice for truth.
Yeah.
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 And I found it interesting too because she believed in a God, but not necessarily like was practicing or anything. Like didn't seem to have like a huge place of importance.
Yeah.
But that was something that she felt very like secure about.
Yeah.
Is truth like over everything.
Yeah.
And then we have
The last lady.
Yeah.
Who had a lot of strong thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
You thought completely opposite to what the other lady said.
Yeah, about finding your own purpose or your own fulfillment, sorry,
Yeah.
and finding what works for you. And the idea that, and one of the points she said that I don't, not tickle me, that is not the best expression, but she said like the idea of like you can't go searching for something. If you're ever searching for something, then
You can't find it.
You won't find it, and that's not and you'll find what doesn't work for you as well.
Yeah.
So the idea that you have to like almost wait for it to come to you almost.
Yeah. Well, she talked about manifesting, which is a huge thing and a huge like I guess spirituality. I don't want to say trend, but low-key a trend right now. I could say it's a trend. It's all over TikTok and all of these things. Like you speak it out. It's nothing new. Like it's always been here. It's like what do you call it? Not affirmation, but it's law of attraction is what it's called essentially, right? But it's that whole idea of you speak it out and it will come to you. So
Yeah.
you have to like what did she say? Like you have to like go for it, but you don't look for it. It just let
Yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
Which is a very interesting point of view.
It is, yeah.
And how she doesn't think that there is a truth like for
Yeah. I don't know how things
Yeah.
get done with that kind of mentality, but hey, that was her thoughts.
That
on
was
it,
her
so
point of
yeah.
view.
It's good. That's what we're doing this for. So
Exactly.
yeah, cool. Okay,
Last question.
next one.
Can I ask you a question, guys? A quick question. Where do you find meaning in life?
Where do I find what?
Meaning in life.
In here.
Do you have an answer? And if it's not him, I might get awkward.
The same. I must say the same.
So would you say generally then like relationships? Or
Yes.
Like family, friends. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Vox Populi. Interviewing the public.
Yeah. I've never heard that term before. I know. I wish. Ich spreche keine Deutsch.
Ja, ich
Listen.
spreche kein Deutsch, aber meine sind sprachlich.
Can you answer a quick question for us? A super quick question. Whichever one you would like.
A wrinkly old lady and I'm a man.
There we go.
Hey, I used to be married to Donald Trump, but I used to call him that when he blew off too often in my bed. Once I had to put my bedsheet so hard down on the corners that I was literally worried about nailing my duvet to the ceiling.
Okay. Great. So hey, yeah, no worries. So our question is perfect. Our question is where do you find meaning in life?
In a well.
In a well. Is that a metaphor?
Well, it's not artesian.
Do you care to elaborate that? Or is there anything that you're like, okay, like this is what life's about?
In a spring well.
Okay. So at the end of the day, when you're like lying in bed and you're like, okay, yeah, like I feel fulfilled, is there anything that contributes to that?
Yeah, 24 hours.
24 hours. Fair enough.
And a bed available. Yeah, any minute now.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Just a quick question for you. Where do you find meaning in life?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I have no idea.
Do you have any idea?
Love? I don't know. Friends, family?
So relational things kind of give you like...
I think so, yeah.
I'll go with that as well.
Perfect, thanks. Where do you find meaning in life?
In my children.
Yeah. Yeah, does that give you like, is it because it gives you purpose? Is it like the relational aspect of it?
I just get so much joy from watching them. Do certain things, like my little boy plays for Everton. He's a really good footballer, so that's like my joy in life. My purpose is to take him to football.
Amazing. And I guess it's to see him succeed as well and be the person that he was created to be.
And just seeing him develop and how talented he is really nice to see.
That's beautiful. Great. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Hey guys, quick question for you. Where do you find meaning in life?
Traveling.
Meaning?
Traveling to places like I'm from India, so mainly switching the continents, and yeah, traveling is life for us. Yeah.
Amazing. What is it about traveling that you feel like gives you that that purpose?
Mainly experiencing different culture, food, and shopping, of course.
Hey, I relate to that one, yeah. Great, thank you so much again for you. Okay. I'm gonna ask this woman. Hi, a quick question for you. Where do you find meaning in life?
Oh gosh, this is like a heavy question.
Loaded question. Good morning.
What is this even for?
It's for a podcast, and we just go around and ask people like hard questions or things that make people think.
Yeah, I guess meaning in life would be spending time with those you love, getting to do things in different countries. I'm not from here. I'm from Los Angeles, so
I'm from Toronto, so I mean, not the same. But
I'm here with my husband for work for a few months, so I think it's just getting to spend time with him and getting to enjoy a new culture together.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, where do you find meaning?
I know. Yeah.
Apparently all in the same place.
Yeah, there was a lot of answers about. Well, okay, I feel like the idea that we had two couples, right, and they were like, oh, relationships,
Yeah.
and love, and I was like,
I was
oh,
like-
you're just saying that because you have to. But actually, but we also found that with a few other people as well. Very relational, very much about the relationships that they have
Yeah.
and their kids and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess that is one of the most fulfilling things. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've said that on the podcast before.
Yeah.
About how like
I
you
guess I
have.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a very tangible way, and I guess it's also like looking outside of yourself to a certain extent as well, which I think people like really like. I mean, I think we all know that like if we're selfish, that we really can't find that much meaning, you know, because we realize that we are not the be all end all, and we're not made to just live isolated.
Yeah.
So I think there's that certain sense that people are like, oh yeah, like when there's somebody else that I can love, that I can receive love from, like because we are like created to be relational.
Yeah.
So I think that's
And you have your most fun with others as well.
Yeah.
Like if you really break it down, you know. So, well, at least as an extrovert, I can say that. But it's true. I feel like even for anyone,
Yeah.
you have the best memories. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then obviously, yeah, you're gonna say relationships around you 'cause that is the most fun parts of your life, isn't it?
Yeah. And we also got a couple of like cultural experiences, right? So like traveling and moving to a new place. And I love because that kind of shows that like you found meaning going somewhere else because you realized that where you were wasn't like fulfilling you.
Yeah, and it opens your eyes,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of love that because it shows that like I wasn't finding that meaning where I was, so I chose to do something about it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, but
It is.
Yeah.
Action. We love action.
We love action.
Yeah, and those were our questions. So, I thought it went really well. It was good to hear different people's perspectives
Yeah.
on things. Yeah.
And hopefully everyone listening and watching, you can ask yourself those questions too. See what our answers are.
Yeah, and hope you were challenged a little bit. So,
Yeah,
it's good.
awesome. Great. Well, thank you guys again for tuning in, and we will see you next week.